Hey everybody, look at that, 200 subscribers, just a little milestone right there. Over 6,000 views. We're happy. We appreciate y'all watching and appreciate you commenting and everything. We hope y'all having a great day. Just want to say thank you, and let's go see the next video. But you're the star.
I'm not the star.
You are the star.
What are we doing? Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Tell him, Princess said, "Go, Daddy, go."
Ready?
Hey, y'all.
Hey
It's
everybody.
Kim.
This is Darrell, RV Adventure TV.
Go
Here's
ahead.
another great night.
Wait a minute, you're forgetting something.
What am I forgetting?
What's your tagline?
Oh yeah, stop the madness.
Start the adventure.
Almost forgot.
He's drilled that into me.
Here we go. We're making another great video for you. You just have to remember, this is Kim's full-time job. So, thanks to y'all, we've had a great income this week through YouTube and Google Plus. Thank you, YouTube and Google Plus, and all our subscribers, people that comment, like, subscribe, share. It helps Kim on her full-time job as a YouTuber.
He's so full of it.
We're having a great time doing this. We've always been the happy-go-lucky people, enjoying our good time. We want to share it with y'all. It's a lot of fun. It is what you make it.
That's true.
So, Kim's making a fortune. I'm sure she's going to get a 1099, and we'll probably be in a higher tax bracket next year thanks to y'all. So the more y'all like, more you subscribe, and the more you tell your friends and share, the higher her tax bracket is going to be next year.
That's right.
So maybe we can afford Obamacare. Because right now I can't even afford Obamacare. But anyway, tonight what we're going to talk about, we have a bunch of people questions
There are a
about
few questions.
what we do. So we want to take a minute. This is going to be our first Q&A that a lot of people have asked us. We need some answers on. A lot of y'all are just first timing out, just getting started, ain't even bought an RV yet, and you want to know, what the hell am I going to do? What's it entail? So let's start with question number one, and they're saying, how long have y'all been RVing? Kim, you want to go when you first started?
Well, golly. I really started when I was young with my parents, but then I bought my first pop-up camper in 1988. And I loved that thing so much. I had so much fun in there.
Bunch of pop-ups back in '88. Everything was a pop-up back then.
I loved it though. It was so much fun.
Yep. And then what did you do after the pop-up?
After the pop-up, I bought a tag-along, which was a Rockwood. It was a 35 foot, I think. It was long. Then after that, I bought a Cardinal, 42 foot. No, it wasn't. It was 35 foot. I'm sorry, 35
They call it
foot.
35,
Yeah,
but
they
it probably was 42
It was about 40.
foot.
It was big. Cardinal that I bought, fifth wheel, and then after I bought that, I met Darrell, and he had the motorhome Betsy.
Yep.
So
I started about the same time. The first, I'm the same way. I don't know about y'all, but back in the 70s, I grew up in the 70s in high school. Our parents took us everywhere. They had an old 1967 International pickup truck with a 12-foot New Way truck camper on the back of it. It was the biggest thing that you could put on a truck back in the day. And I swear, we went all over. My folks took us for 2 weeks every summer through all my sisters and myself, and we went all over the place. My folks took us places where you wouldn't go now. In fact, some of you old folks out there, and maybe one old fart, may remember Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Pine Ridge, South Dakota was a Indian reservation. There was actually an uprising there. We were actually there camping in our pickup truck camper with my dad and 4 young kids.
and your mom.
And my mom. during actually the week before the uprising. And we were just out having a good time. We didn't know any better. We were having a good time. Great people around there. You wouldn't know the difference, but there were some issues politically going on. If you want to look at it, go back and look, you know, back in the day, back then. But anyway, make a long story short, my folks took us all over the place, so we have never had an issue of being afraid to get out and go. I think that's why kind of Kim and I are both nomads. We love to travel. We love to go see new places. We're not scared to go anywhere because our parents gave us the security that, you know, go. It'll be all right. We got there. We got back. Yeah, there might have been some bumps. Might have been a blowout tire. There might have been, you know, some
blow up toilets,
scenery people around or whatever. But anyway, so we grew up with our parents in the taking us out in RVs. I started out in '84. I had a truck and I had a camper on the back of that when I first started. I've had 2 or 3 Class A motorhomes, and of course Kim and I have Betsy. I had Betsy when I met Kim, and now we're here in the fifth wheel. So we've been RVing for the longest time.
Forever.
So we've had great experience. So if y'all have any questions for our next Q&A, put them down here. More than likely we can answer them, or we can find the answers for you. So please don't be afraid to ask questions. Before you get out on the road, you need to have as much information as you can.
That's true.
The next question that we got is, what hitch do you use in the fifth wheel? Of course, thanks again to our faithful people sent us a bottle of wine for this Q&A. No, I bought this one too.
And it's not even a bottle, y'all. He bought a box.
That's right. We're box
He said,
wine.
I'm drinking too much.
Sometimes we're getting in the mode that we're getting ready to leave here in probably about 2 months. So now we're on a savings mode. Now we've had fun, we've done this and we've done that. Now we're tightening our belts and we're starting to save every that $10, $15 or whatever. She's about as tight as I am. But anyway, so we're saving our money. We're trying to make sure we have enough for gas and our little reserve for breakdowns and stuff like that. So now it starts to get tightened up, save as much money as you can, so when you get out of the road,
now.
you can enjoy it. So we've had our fun and time. Now we're saving all the money from our work camping that I'm doing.
He's not doing work camping?
But, you know, we probably have going to extra money with all this YouTube money here.
Yeah, I'm making a fortune, so it shouldn't be a problem.
But anyway, the hitch that we have now, of course, we've got the 2005 Chevy, which is in the shop, and it should be out in the shop this week.
For Miss Bobo.
Yeah, for the little Bobo that we have, that we're pulling the fifth wheel this season. And when we get on the road, I'll be able to tell you the difference between the fifth wheel and the Class A. But we have a Reese 20K fifth wheel hitch inside the truck bed. And the reason why I got a 20K is, you know, you could have put a 16K in, which is 16,000 pounds.
Close.
But this Landmark Heartland San Antonio version, rated loaded, is 16,100 pounds.
So you're right there.
That's the gross. Now, whether she goes over or I go over, we won't know till we weigh.
He will never go over. I would.
But we want to be on the safe side of having all the meat up there to be able to handle the load and not even borderline. You get out on the road, I want to have peace of mind that I've got the right equipment to pull us up and down the road in some of the areas that we're going to go. So we have the Reese 20K, and I've only pulled it a couple times. It did fine. I'm not worried about it. I've pulled vehicles before, but in our future videos when we get on the road, we'll give you some really good rundowns on that Reese 20K.
We'll be able to compare them too, because Darrell is definitely a Class A person. He is not a fifth wheel person.
This is my first fifth wheel.
And we may be back into a Class A next season.
So we'll see.
Which I think we will be.
We'll see. All right. How much does it cost to RV?
God, it just depends on your lifestyle, actually. I mean, it depends on how much wine you buy, how much you make from YouTube.
it's the
What do
biggest
you wanna
question
do?
everybody asks, and I want you to really seriously think about it.
It's your
It
lifestyle.
doesn't matter how much it costs the RV. It's what you're willing to do to get to that point to RV.
Right.
We started putting money back years before we decided to take off, and really seriously putting money back a year before we decided to leave. And you can look back at some of our other videos, and we go on and on about it. What did you do? Did you put $20 back today? Did you put $5 back today? If you're really serious about getting an RV and going RVing, you've got to stop now. You got to start now. It may take you a year to get you to that situation, but if you don't start now of saving 10, 15, 20, $100, whether it's a week, a day, or a month, you'll never have money a year from now. So if you really want to be a nomad and go RVing and see this beautiful country, you need to start putting your money back. You can go for $10 a day living in a van in a Walmart parking lot, just barely getting by on gas and existing if you want to, and waking up the next day just to sit back and chill out. Or you can go to the extreme and travel all over the place, burning all the gas and the diesel you want in any kind of motorhome you want,
Right.
as often as you want, and see all the shows and all
It
the
depends on what
exhibits.
gas and everything else is running too.
So it depends on what you want to do. You got to structure yourself of what you want to do for the first 6 months. You want to plan this. Do you want to camp here? Do I want to dry camp? Do I want to BLM? You got to work out your plan. And there's so many now YouTube people out there that are showing you how to do it. Get on YouTube, go look. But if you don't figure $50 a day living expense, I think you would be remiss.
Right. I mean, it definitely is. I would say
So $50 a day times 30 days,
it adds up. But
that's
if
$1,500
I'm
a
gonna go out
month.
on the road and I'm going to do what I want to do, I want to be able. If I'm going to go to Nashville, I want to be able to go and do the things that are in Nashville. I don't want to sit in a Walmart parking lot. That's not fun for me.
Sometimes you have to.
Yes, but
But-
if I'm going to a town and it's a big town, I mean, if it's a little bitty funky little town, I don't care. I mean, yeah, everybody boondocks and stays in Walmart and stuff. But I mean, if I'm going to a big town, I want to go and I want to do and see.
Sometimes you
that
got to
place.
sit and chill out to be able to go out
Exactly.
and get carried on and go have a good time.
Right. When we went to Nashville, we actually stayed somewhere for 3 days before our reservations were there. We stayed in the Walmart.
We stayed in a Walmart to get to our
For 3
reservation.
days.
But because we started to go that way, and
We
if
got
you
there
look,
sooner.
we got there sooner, and we did that. It wasn't bad. We were back in
No.
the corner. We have our TV. We
We
live here
spent
full
enough in
time.
Walmart.
This is our house, so it didn't matter. So you have to really think about how you want to have a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's an RV lifestyle. It's going to be all up to you. So take it for what you want. You need to figure out what makes you and your spouse or your significant other happy. That's all it is.
Right. This is kind of going off the subject or whatever, but the best thing that we ever did when we started traveling and looking around and doing things was we bought America the Beautiful for $80. And we've gone to a lot of the national parks and stuff, and that right there paid for itself after the first 3 trips, because we had his sister and it allows 4 people in, so we had his sister with us too.
Yep.
After the first 3 trips, we paid that $80, and we went to God knows how many more.
Yeah, if
National
you're going to be
park.
traveling
Oh my,
through the
it's
Americas,
well worth it.
through the United States, you need to get the America the Beautiful pass. It's well worth it. It's easy in,
supporting-
easy out. You don't have to sit there at the toll booth and fill out the stuff. It's just.
And then if you go to one and you decide you haven't bought it yet, and you go to one and then you go through there and you're like, well, you know what, maybe I should have done it. If you save your tag or your little ticket, your receipt that you get, within 3 to 5 days, I believe, or maybe it might even be a week, don't quote me on that, but you can actually get refunded. They'll put that money that you spent towards the pass
Right.
also. And it's worth every penny
So if you
for something like
if
that.
you plan on going, look up the America the Beautiful pass. One, again, it's a great deal, and two, you're giving back to our national parks,
Right, and
which
they're
is a
beautiful.
winner there. But I'll guarantee you, if you're seriously going to go out on the road for more than a week or two, unless you're going to do Yellowstone, the Tetons, and maybe Glacier, you'll pay for it with those 3 right there. But if you're going to continue on to any of the other parks that accept America the Beautiful, which is a bunch
And
of
even
them,
at some of the BLM, when we was in
BLM lands, you can
in
go
Page,
and get
remember?
in. Yep. So look into it. If you're going to start doing this full time, you better have a bunch of them. We'll go into those later on.
Yeah, some of the things we have.
But you look at some of our other videos. We talk about Passport America. We talk about Good Sam. We talk about America the Beautiful. They'll save you money, so just get it done. Get it in your pocket when you go to wherever park that you go to. You have.
Yeah, and
So-
the national parks, they're all beautiful. So I mean, you're gonna. It's
Yep.
well worth your money.
All right. The next question was, how much did it cost, really, to put the washer and dryer? We've had a lot of views on the washer and dryer install. We don't know what happened, how it happened, whether it was the title or whatever, or it was because of how thick I showed the RV wall. But let's talk about putting a washer and dryer in and how much it costs and the advantage of this woman having a washer and dryer in her RV now. We bought the washer and dryer for $400. We paid $290 for Gary at North Shore RV here on the North Shore of New Orleans to install it, and I think it was another $50 for the stabilization kit that hooks the dryer to
Right.
the wash machine so it doesn't shake
But the
over.
$290 included him buying the vent to put in there, and included the little kit that goes from the back of the dryer to vent it out to the, because it had to be vented, so it was the vent thing.
Yeah, we didn't
that
have
he
the
did.
hose going from the back
right,
of the dryer
he did
over.
that. And then once he got here, he said, Kim, he said, you really have got to have the thing to connect them. He said, you don't want to do it afterwards. He said, you want to do it now.
Yeah, because there's
So
much
he
room
went
back
back
there.
and got it, showed me the receipt. It was $50. He didn't charge me anything extra. He's a great guy. And he did it for another $50. He put the thing on there, which actually I'm so glad that he did, because Darrell would have had to take it out. He took these rods and stuff, and he actually used the awning rod to try to grab the back of the hose.
One of them
to
things
pull
you
it
want to have
through.
somebody that's done it a couple
you
times.
need 2 or
do.
3 people to help you.
So, in long and short, $750, $800 it costs to put the washer and dryer. Now, how many times can you go to the laundromat? $800, a whole bunch. What's it going to cost to make you happy? And this man happy?
And you know what? All the clothes are clean every day. It's great.
It's worked
But I
great.
mean, actually, we're at a campground right now, so I mean, it's okay because we're not paying for the electricity or anything like that.
So,
We're on the road; it'll be different. But right now, as far as doing this, this is perfect for us. I mean, I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I know that it's clean,
yep.
and I
So
don't
it's-
have to go get in all the nastiness.
So it's worked great. It's well worth it for us. May not be. Some people can use the $800 to go do something else. If anything, when we sell the unit, if we ever sell the unit, it helps on the selling value. So,
I'm taking it out and bringing it with me.
Yeah.
Darrell may be selling it.
I
with
ain't
it.
taking that thing out.
I'm bringing it with me, honey.
all right. So next question was, what insurance do we use for the rig? For Betsy, if you haven't watched some of our audio videos that we came out of the Class A, Betsy is our Class A. We still have Betsy. We used National Insurance something. Great company.
It was cheap.
It is. I can't even remember what we paid for. I searched a lot of other different programs between.
And that was for live-in
Progressive and all the other insurance. You want to make sure you get an RV insurance that covers RVs.
That you're living in.
That's
if you
right.
are truly living in it.
And if you're living full time, there's 2 different wheels. I think you have a 150-day policy, either under or you're over. So
Right.
kind of figure out what you're going to do. But we use National.
And we actually told them that we were living in it full time.
Yeah, National Insurance. So it's been great. It came. We bought the roadside assistance program with them, which was CoachNet.
Love
Let me tell you
CoachNet.
something. You go back and look at our other videos in Betsy in the Class A, how many tires we blew out, just because we put a lot of miles on, and you go over a lot of weird stuff. You never know what's going to happen. Paid for itself, hand over fist. And we had the peace of mind that we could sit there. Somebody would come to save
Within an
our
hour, they're
rear
there.
end.
And they're going to call to make sure that somebody actually showed up to help you.
So that's what we
Great
use.
people.
That's what we use.
And if I had the motorhome, if we were going to travel again, I would never get rid of Coach Net.
Yep, Coach Net's been good. I know Good Sam's has got a good program. So you just got to look at both of them, get what's good for you. But I know I don't ever have to worry anything with Coach Net about being towed. Now, when we have this one now, I need to look seriously before we take off here. With a truck hooked to the RV, will they tow both of them?
Right, how does it
or
work?
Will they just pull the truck? So we got to do our due diligence on this next one. But I know with Betsy pulling the Jeep, it was hands down the best deal ever. So we were happy with Coach Net.
I was waiting for them to cancel us after all the tires.
Yeah, it was unlimited too.
Yeah, it was
Tire
unlimited.
repair or lockout or whatever.
And the people were always nice.
We got the gold. We got the gold package.
Yes, we went ahead and paid for it.
And it was the best peace of mind you could have on the road. Do you have solar and any extra batteries? In Betsy, we've got two 100-watt solar panels up on the top, and we have two 6-volt golf cart batteries that are hooked up to make a 12-volt system, and that's all we have there. Of course, we got the generator in Betsy, which is our Class A. And we've never had a problem unless we watch a whole bunch of TV. We never ran out of battery power, and we've sat some places for 3 days.
We sit in Walmart and watch TV.
and with those two batteries. Now, granted, you can't run the AC, you can't run the microwave, you can't run a blow dryer.
Or the coffee pot.
So you got to start the generator up, and you let the generator run for a couple hours if you want to, if your batteries are real low. But usually, if it's a nice sunny day, those 200-watt panels charge those batteries back up before nightfall. We didn't have a problem.
No.
But we don't use a whole bunch of electricity, and there was no LED in this. This one, I haven't figured it out yet. We will have a generator for this one to use for the coffee pot, for the microwave, for the blow dryer, and stuff like that. And I'm probably going to put two deep cycle batteries in here, and I may even put solar panels up there. But this one's so big, Kim. Our boondocking is going to be few and far between. We won't be doing weeks on end without being plugged in. So I'm not too worried about solar and battery, as long as we got enough to run the fridge and maybe fire up the TV or something like that, something simple.
Yeah, because my mother gave me her coffee pot that's right up there from her and my father when they got married. So your
gas-fired one that you can put on the stove.
The percolator one, yeah. One that she had when she got married.
But we will have the capabilities to plug in the RV. So I haven't yet figured out what solar I want to do. I don't know if I really want to go up and put a whole bunch of stuff on the roof on this one.
Actually, we want to try it out this season, see if we actually like the fifth wheel, because I really think Darrell's going to want another Class A.
We'll see. We may fall in love with this and be happy. Don't know. Another question that has come up is living together in an RV as a husband and wife. There's a lot of things you got to understand. If you can't live with yourself, or you can't live with your wife in your house, and you have issues, you're going to have a tough time in an RV.
Oh, it's going to be impossible. I'm
not the easiest guy to get along with.
No.
But you have to understand, it's a small space. Even if you have a 65-foot bus, Prevost, or you have a teardrop, a tiny house, you've got to be able to get along. You've got to make time for your own space. You got to get out. We don't. When we're camping, we don't stay too much inside here. We get outside.
Or if Darrell does, he's editing or something, and I go walking, I do
That's
something.
right.
I got to get out and do something.
So you got to be able to be good with your spouse. It's not going to be all roses. You've got to take time, and you've got to be tolerant. And if you're not a tolerant person, you better find a way to be tolerant, because Kim is excellent with me, probably more than she should be. But you have to have that balance of give and take. She's going to have good days. I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to have good days. She's going to have bad days. So you're just going to have to figure out when you need to just say, whoops, that's enough. I better go out here and find something to do and let her do her thing. Or she needs to go out and let Darrell have his space. So you need to really seriously think about that. And the big
Yeah, it may not
important
be the
thing is
lifestyle
you're
for
trying
you.
to get into an RV to go have fun. If you don't make it fun, if you see our videos, we have a ball. Do we have our good days? Yes. Do we have our bad days? Yes. As you saw last week, we had some serious storms here. It was not all fun. A lot of nervousness and stuff going on, but you got to take the good with the bad.
And if you want to comment below, if you want to hear after Darrell and I have been on the road and together 24/7 for probably 2.5 months in Albuquerque.
Yep.
When I had my explosion.
Yep.
If you'd like to hear about the explosion, comment below.
Let me tell you something. You're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna have so many memories. There's a lot of people are getting into the RV now. I'm doing it full time. We live in here full time. We haven't sold our house. We have our house leased out.
We have 2 houses.
But this is what we love to do. We love to go. We've always felt like we need to move. We can't stay longer than a year in some place. We got to have new adventures and go on. That's why her and I are together. That's why we are doing this. We work our butts off. I work my butt off. Kim is just kicking it on YouTube. She just opened up her her website on RVadventurestv.com. We're just getting the website up. We're having a good time doing it. It's fun. You got to make it fun.
It is fun.
So we hope this has answered some of your questions. If you have any questions, our next Q&A will follow back on this video. So please, anybody out there, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, put them right here below, and we'll get them to them on our next Q&A. And if we don't have the answers, we'll find them for you. I've been really good at being able to search YouTube and through Google and through the internet. I can get you the answers. We got the TPS monitoring system on our tires that we're going to be putting on.
And I watched that thing 24/7 when we were going down the road. Can I tell you?
We're going to take it off Betsy and we're going to put it on here. So there's a lot of things that we can get you in the right direction, or the people that have the know-how, like Chris and G. Chris and G's got the RV and Tech. Where you can get some really good equipment. We've got some equipment coming in from them that we're going to put on this rig.
That we already got too.
So yeah, we've got the progressive stuff, surge protectors and stuff on here, and we're going to do a video on that. Ray with RV, Love Your RV. He's a great guy that does mods. If you have any questions or you want to know and you can't find it out there, drop us a note. I'll go find it for you. I have no problem with doing that. So we hope you enjoyed this video.
And we're looking forward to getting back on the road.
Yep, it won't be long.
April.
We're about 60 days. We're on our 60 days notice now.
Getting excited.
And
we have a lot of cool places we're going.
We'll be leaving here. We'll be heading west. We'll be going. We don't know exactly where we're going to go yet and stop, but we know we're going to the Tetons. At Gros Revant, we know we're probably going to go up through Yellowstone. We're probably going to go through Arches. I think we're talking about doing
Zion, Arches.
I don't know if we're going to Zion. I think we're going to Arches. Okay. We don't know yet.
Spokane.
Then we're going to go up to Spokane, and we're going to go. Then we're going to Alaska.
And then we're going to Alaska. That's going to be so much fun. So,
we hope you enjoyed this video. Again, like and subscribe. Share with your friends. If you got any questions, put them down below. We're going to ask them next time. And you just got to remember one thing: start your adventure.
No, you said it wrong.
What?
Stop the madness. Start your adventure.
Oh my God.
He's losing it, y'all.
Losing it, y'all. Stop the madness.
Start the adventure. See, I got to correct everything.
See you next time.
And it's taped this time. I love it.
I'll edit it out. Don't worry.
No, he's not.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Have a good night.